Hi friends, welcome to iShows DIY. This is a bracelet project. Of course, it's a macrame project, and this one is 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. You can use any 0.8 millimeter you want. I'm using some 6O seed beads. These are Picasso 6O seed beads. These are Picasso matte opaque red. This is the one I'm using, and I'm also using Mayuki 8O seed bead in Picasso matte sea foam color. This one is 6O, this one is 8O, and this one is 8O as well. I'm also using size 8 round Toho, and this one is gold lined topaz. So these are the three bead sizes I'm using. You need two 8Os and then one 6O. You can use the same 8O seed bead for both. I'm also still contemplating on that fact. So trust me. I'm going to cut my cord. So first I'm going to cut 3 feet. Okay, we need 3 cords, right? So this is 2 and this is 3. So my bead mat is 12 inches, so I'm going 3 feet with that. Okay, that is one cord that we cut. Then I want 5 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 feet the second cord, and then the third and final one is 7 feet. I know it's a long cord, but you can go up till 6.5 feet if you want to take chance, but I really am very bad with cords. It's okay if I have some leftovers. I can come up with small projects that I can use. Okay, I forgot the measurement. I will cut 7 feet. I did cut all 3 lengths of this cord, so that's done now. And also I need a button. I'm using this button. It's a shank button that I'm using. You can use a regular button also, but I would suggest shank button because we need to fit in 3 cords inside that. Okay, so let's get started. You can either tape it to the table or you can use a macrame board. I'll take a scrap cord for myself. So these are some of the cords I have left over, right? So I will take a scrap cord, tie some knots, okay. Take these cords and separate 7 feet one, the 5 feet one, and the 3 feet one. First I would do the 3 feet one into the shank of my button. You can use any button you want as long as it fits 3 cords. So fold this into half. That's my 3 feet, right? Then comes my 5 feet. Take it, put it through the shank as well. Okay, and bring it down. I want this to be centered as well, and this is almost the middle. And then take the last one and put it through the shank as well, and that need to be centered as well. Okay, So we'll figure this out. Okay, so all three are in here. Now take the one which is 5 feet. This is 3 feet, this is 5 feet. So this one right here, the 5 feet one, take that just for our identification that this is the 5 feet cord. I want to open up my 6 seed beads. This is that kind of a project that doesn't use a lot of beads, you know. So take the 6 seed bead and pop it on through both the cords and just bring it up. Okay, just like so. So we know for sure that's a 5 feet cord, right? This 7 feet cord, I wanted it to be centered as well. It's quite not centered. It's so long I can't show in the camera, so I'm just centering that as well. Now everything is done. Now I want to attach this button so that I can start macrameing. As I told, you can either do it in a macrame board, or you can do it in tape it in the table and do it. I'm going to take my macrame board. I flipped it on the other side because it's too much destruction if you have that numbers. So like this, that I tied a knot, I have one more right here which is longer. As you can see, I tied an overhand knot there. What I will do is take my button right here and pop it in there, and then slip it to the macrame board just like so. That way it'll be easy for me to maneuver the rest. I have my beads ready. So for the time being, what I do is I separate the 7 feet cord, which is right here. It's a small one. So the 7 feet cord should be this. Right? Leave the 7 feet cord out. The 3 feet cord is right here, which is center as well. Just tuck that in first, and then I bring my 5 feet cord also and make sure they're of the same length and tie that as well. Keep that down as well. Take a small razor for us so that we have space for our hand to go through this. But I want this to be, you know, in parallel to each other, flat, right? So now we have everything ready. Make sure the 7 feet is same height. Okay. Yes. So taking the 7 feet cord, considering all 4 of this cord, just push the bead down. We don't need that up there. Considering all the 4 cords to be the center cord and these to be the right and the left cord, I'm doing square macrame, keeping my Q first, keeping the right thread on top of the left thread, going underneath and come back through this Q space right here, and then take that cord off and then tie that knot. That's a half of a square knot that goes under your button, and keep a P shape. Left cord on top of this, go underneath and then go through that loop. This is the next half of the square knot. Now we have done one square knot. I'm gonna do one more. If you are not aware of what a square knot is, I have a video in my channel which says basic macrame knots. If you can go ahead and watch it, it would be much more clearer for you guys. I will leave down the description box below the link for the video. So I did 2 square knots in total, right? And I'm okay with that. Now what I do is I just push that bead up right there. Okay, now we can start making our pattern. So now we have to take these cords off of the bottom. So these 2 cords which has the 6 seed bead stays for now, and these 2 cords are the 5 feet ones, I think. Yeah, no, these are the 3 feet ones. The 5 feet has the 6 seed beads right there. I feel that the 6 seed beads is not a very contrast one. Maybe I should grab a different one is what I'm thinking, because that is the one which is going to show the most in contrast. If it doesn't, then there is no way to use the Picasso finish. So I changed the color of the seed bead. This looks much more brighter. So I take this a small cord which is the 3 feet cord. That is going to be your holding cord. Alisha, she actually showed this bracelet. She taught it, and I really liked the project a lot, and I really loved it, so I wanted to make it. But I will go through step by step. It's a little bit tricky, but I will go through step by step so that you guys can follow quite easily. So this is the 3 feet cord that I have. This is going to be the holding cord all the time throughout this bracelet project. Think it that way, okay? And the rest cords will be the knotting cords. Mostly we will be knotting with the 7 feet. We will also be knotting with the base cord or the holding cord, but mostly we will be doing the knots with the 7 feet cord. Okay, so take that 7 feet cord and the 3 feet cord. Okay, I hold this in my right hand, take this cord, put it underneath the holding cord, then shift my fingers. See, this goes underneath like this. Okay, and go up and through that loop that you created and pull that off. It's a half hitch knot. You can see how the 6 is formed, and pull that up and tight towards our project. And then what you do is go on top of this holding cord with the 7 feet cord, right? Go on top and then go underneath through that loop. Here also we are forming the 6, but that time it was under, now it's over, so you need to keep track of that. Okay, and then push that. That's one knot that we did, right? So here also I'm going to do the same, taking the cord, going underneath the holding cord, over and through that loop that we created. And when you do that, this is what it comes, and then push that down right there, and then underneath, over and through that loop. Again a 6 is formed, and then push that underneath, push that right over there, right? Now then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more knot with the same 2 cords. Go under the holding cord, over and through that loop, and pull through. over and under. That cord, right? So here, under, over and pull through the first cord, right? And then over, under and pull through. Okay. It just flipped. Right? So now I push that bead down and I want this to come like this. So what do? I hold the holding cord this way, okay, and then go under, over and pull through. But see how I hold the cord towards the left. I want this knot to come and surround the 6 seed bead. So that's why we change how we hold our cord. Now over, under and pull through. There we go. So we did that. I'm going to do the same with these two cords, right? Take it, my holding cord, I need to keep it like this. So under, over and pull through. Bring it all the way here, right? Then over, under and pull through. If you make a mistake, you will immediately know, like how I made it right here. You have to hold it this way. That's the mistake I made. So now your thread is properly here. Now we have done the knots with these two cords. Now push that bead up, take the bottom where the cord where the bead is, right? Separate it like this. So we are going to do knots with these two cords, the center cord and this cord. Always the 3 feet cord is that holding cord, right? For now. So I want this cord to come down here, right? So I bring the holding cord here, crisscross, and take this cord, go over. See, if I take it like this and keep it, I'm crisscrossing right here, if you can see. So my holding cord is on top. Take that cord, go over, under and pull through. And I'm going to hold it like this and push that bump right there up. Then one more, over, under and pull through. Make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. Now we are done with these cords. Now I'm gonna do these two, right? So this one right here. So this is the cord, the 3 feet cord. So I'm crisscrossing it here, right? Take that, go on top and come back, and then if you pull it, you can see how nicely it curves right there. You can put a pin so that it doesn't move that much on you. Take it over, under and pull through. Tighten that up. Now see how it is closing that bead right there. So now what you do is you just crisscross it. Always the left goes under. This crisscross is after every teardrop shape we will come across this point. So it's always the left cord goes under the right cord, and you're going to knot with only the left cord. These two cords are the shortest cord um, in this bracelet, which is a 3 feet. Okay, so I'm doing it with the holding cord. This center knot which connects these together is always going to be with the holding cord. Okay, so here if you can see, it comes loose like this, right, before you tie that knot. So when you make it and tie that, hold it there with your finger and then push it like that and tighten that up. You can see how nicely the teardrop shape is formed. This is what we want for every other step. We want this teardrop to be formed nicely like this, right? So now we will work on the outer project. This is a sample that I made with a silver button and a peacock blue beads, and I have used green seed beads in the middle and some rainbow iris 8 seed bead in the in this inside that 3 bead picot, right? It's a pretty color as well. I used white. I'll show you guys how to finish in that white one because it makes more sense, right? And I hope this color is not very dark, and I also use the plain macrame board out here. It'll be easy. So there is 6 cords here, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Take the center cord, which will be your 5 feet cord. Take it and add the bead that you want to add here, 8 seed bead. As I said, I'm using 2 color 8 seed beads, so I'm adding this color bead right there. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so now the teardrop form has come like this. After that, it has to go up and then come, go out and come, go out and come, go out and come, right? So this is exact fashion. So now I am going to, this is my shortest cord, which is the 3 feet, which is the base cord, right? So that cord I'm holding it here, taking this other cord with the bead underneath that holding cord, keep that on top and through that bead. Can you see the 6 formed right there? So now push it all the way right next to the knot that we actually did from the last segment. Take this again and go again, come back and tighten that knot right there, and then this knot right there as well. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. So that's done. This cord right here, this is the 7 feet cord. I want you guys to take that cord and add 3 of the second color seed beads. So now I added these 3 seed beads, which are 8 seed beads on the outer cord right here. Okay, this one is a 3 feet cord, so this one is the 7 feet cord. I bring that underneath this 3 feet cord like that. This is how I want the beads to sit. So I bring that underneath and then go over on the top of that holding cord and then through that loop. Can you see that 6 formed? Now when you tighten that up, this knot will come in alignment with the other knots on the line. Okay, and then take that and do one more. See how that one, I will just zoom in a little bit more, how that one got loose. What I do is I take my pliers, take that thing and tighten that up. I want these 3 seed beads to sit nicely on the side, just like so, and then hold that on and then tighten that up. See how nicely this side has formed. So take these 3 cords. We are done with this 3 cords for now, and put it on the side. Take the other 3 cords. There is 3 cords here on the right. So this is the rightmost cord, middle cord, and leftmost cord of this set. So in the middle cord, add a 8 seed bead in a different color or in the same color. It's totally up to you. Take that innermost cord, which will be our shortest 3 feet cord. Okay, put the cord, which is the seed bead cord, underneath this cord. Okay, this is how I felt comfortable doing this project. Okay, so I felt comfortable doing this project this way. So underneath, that is a crisscross right there, right? And then take that cord and go over the holding cord and under, and that's a 6 right there. Now hold on like this and push that knot right there, and do it one more time. Over, under, and then pull through tight. That's done. Now to this outermost cord, I'm gonna add 3 seed beads, 8 seed beads. Drop that down. Take this cord, which is right here, which we have the holding cord. So then the same thing, crisscross it, and then go over, under, and through that loop, and pull through. And tighten that knot. Take the cord again, over, under, and pull through. See how they have formed nicely. Now separate the cords. So now that we have done that, separate the final cord, which is right there, and the next cord right there. Do the same this side, and then take the center 2 cords and just pull it a little bit apart so that it comes like that and nicely, right? So now you can take these 2 center cords, which happens to be the 5 feet cord, which you will know, right, which is long, and then add a 6 seed bead. I haven't even melted the ends because the 6 seed bead is big enough to comfortably go on even without melting the ends. If you want, you can melt it and then use it as well. So push that bead right there. I think it is coming out really pretty. Now this part is like this, a diamond shape. It has to come back here, right? These 2 cords, if you examine these 2 cords, the one which is small is the outermost cord. That has to come this side so that our diamond shape is formed. So I just hold it like this, take that cord, the other cord, and go, that is a 7 feet cord, go on top of the holding cord, underneath, because it's a big one, I was not able to show the entire thing. So now push it just like so, and then take it again, over, under, and pull through. It all depends on how you hold your cord. Okay, that's done. Now before we come to the right hand side, I want to tackle one more thing. When you separate these 2 cords, and I don't want it to be crisscrossed. Okay, there we go. This belongs to the left, this belongs to the right. Now with that holding cord, I am going to crisscross it again, as you can see here, right? Then do the over, under half hitch knot with that cord. Can you see that? Over, under, and pull through. Okay, we are done with all these 3 cords. Now we come back to this side of the cord. There is 3 cords. First we have to tie these 2 and then come back to this one with the bead. So this, examine these cords. The outermost is the shorter one. I bring it this side, crisscross that cord, right? Forget all of these, just think about these 2. Take this, go on top of that holding cord, right, and underneath that holding cord, and then pull through. So that will give you the turn, right? Then take it underneath, over, under, and pull through one more time. That's 2 knots right there. Then we have to knot with the cord with the bead. So again, crisscross. The holding cord is always on the top. Take the knotting cord, go up, above, and through, pull through. Up, above, and pull through. When this gets a little bit loose, make sure that it is tight. Hold on, precisely with your fingers, and then do that. So now we have finished that diamond shape or teardrop shape, whichever you want to call it. Diamond shape, I would say. Now take these 2 cords on the side. We need to connect these 2 cords. As I have told you guys, always the left cord comes underneath. Okay, crisscross to the half hitch knots with the left cord. Just tighten that up, everything together. The shape is nice and even. And then one more knot. See, that one is getting loose. There we go. Still there is a gap. There we go. So that's done. I tried to avoid this gap as much as possible. Now I am ready to add the side beads. I hope you guys get an idea of what it is, right? Take the middle cord right here, which will happen to be the 5 feet cord. Take it and add an 8 seed bead, just 1 seed bead. Okay, take this cord, which is the 3rd one from the left, crisscross with that bead right here, go up, above, and pull through. Tighten that knot right next to the knot that we added, and then do it one more time. Tighten that knot. It's not tight, right? So tighten that, hold it with your finger, and then pull that thing so that now it's nice and tight. Take this outermost cord, which is this, and add 3 seed beads. This time I'm adding a seafoam color Picasso blue seed beads. You can use any 8 seed beads you want. You can also use a 6 seed bead, but I think 8 seed beads look very pretty. 6 means it will become bigger, so you'll have to factor that in. Now again, crisscross with the bead cord underneath. Always that happens. So over, under, and pull through, right? Over, under, and pull through. There we go. So that's done. So 3 cords, put it on the side. You always work on 3 cords on each side. So take the middle of the cord in the 3 cords on the right. Take a tan color seed bead, in my opinion, and that was my one of the color of the 8-0. You don't have to have 2 different colors, you can add the same color. Take this cord, which happens to be the 3 feet cord, crisscross it just like so. Okay, the holding cord is on the top. This is the knotting cord, which goes above and through that, and then pull it tight, right? And then go one more time, over, above, and pull through. That's 2 half-hitch knot. Now to this outer cord, add 3 seed beads in 8-0. If you melt the ends, then it's easy to put the beads on. Again, crisscross it, push that beads nice and tight so that it's nice and even, and then take this cord, go over, sorry, it's a long cord, that's why it's showing like this, over, above, and then under, pull through, tighten that up, and then over, above, and pull through and tighten that up. Now separate all the cords on the side and then just widen that gap. You have the center 2 cords that you're supposed to add a 6-0 seed bead. I will continue doing as much as I can and I'll come back.